Alright, well, it looks that we actually have a bit of good news. Surprising. Well, there's a thing going around lately. Might have heard of it once or twice on the news. Maybe bouncing around the Twitters. About a immigration ban. Implemented via executive order from Donald Trump. AKA the Muslim ban. Ban. Not banned. Why do I keep saying ban? It's right in front of me. Ban. B-A-N. Ban. Ban. Okay. So. But no, it's not a Muslim ban. It's to protect, to keep the terrorists from coming in. Well, according to Giuliani, it's Muslim ban. Anyway, back on topic. I came across a story put out by The Hill this morning. Link in the description. With some decent news. And here's a bit of a quote from the article. A federal judge in Seattle issued a temporary nationwide restraining order Friday, stopping President Trump's executive order banning citizens of 7 countries from entering the United States. Judge James Robert, who was appointed by former President George Bush in 2003, ruled the executive order would be stopped nationwide effective immediately. That's pretty cool. The Constitution prevailed today, Washington Attorney General Bob Ferguson said in a statement after the ruling. No one is above the law, not even the president. And that was awesome. Now, the White House has responded. Now, how they responded? Did Trump respond in an adult, mature fashion, befitting of the office of the President of the United States? No. He got on Twitter. Oh boy, he got on Twitter. Mm-hmm. He's pissed. But, what are you going to do? You're not running a business anymore. You're running a country. And there's a difference. And you know what? Honestly, I think... Wait. I'm going to leave those up there. I think this might be good for him, honestly. Because that's something I noticed. So I looked into... Actually, these are kind of in my shop, but... I like that one. I'll leave that one up there. But anyway, I think this might actually be good for him. Be a good learning experience for old Donnie. Because, all the research I've done into the various companies that he has owned or owns, I have noticed a pattern is that all of them are private, or privately owned businesses. And there are two main styles of business, at least in the U.S. As far as, genuine, built up, established company type things. There's the private company, and there's a public company, or publicly traded. So something like GM is a public company. You can go on the stock market, you can buy stock, you can invest, things like that. Private company doesn't do that. Now, why that's important is that essentially in a private company, if you own the company, you own the company. I mean, you are freaking Lord High Dictator of that company. If you want to come in one day and just say, oh, I'm shutting the doors, everyone pack your shit, get out, that is absolutely your prerogative. It is a private company. It is your business to do with what you will. You want to change all your employees' uniforms to Dayglow orange? There you go. You want to double or triple your prices on everything and watch your sales tank? That's for the most part, that is absolutely your business. That is your choice. And that's where his experience lies. He's essentially been a dictator in every aspect of his life for years. And you can't even necessarily get away with that in a publicly traded company, because if you're doing something that is obviously bad for the company and taking it into a bad direction, a CEO of a publicly traded company can definitely be voted out and kicked out of the company. But not in his case. So he's never had, really in his adult life, to my knowledge, never had a situation where there are just things that, hey, Donnie, you can't do that. That's not allowed. Because one way or another, he for the most part, could get away with it. But now he's running a country. And despite all the past campaign slogans and campaign promises put out there by right-wingers about running the country like a business, a country is not a business. It can't be run like a business. Well, mainly because, at least our country, is not a dictatorship. So there are limits to what a president can do. He can't just go out and say, make decrees without any consequence or without any issue and do whatever the hell he wants. And like I said, maybe, just maybe, this experience could be good for him. Maybe this will start kind of getting it through his head. That, hey man, there are things you can't do. It doesn't matter if you're president. It's not going to happen. We have a government, our system set up the way we have it for a reason. So, look back to when the country was founded. Our government was set up the way it was specifically because of issues resulting from having one person who had ultimate say in what happens. It was the executive branch, the judicial branch, the legislative branch were set up to try to keep each other in check. Which, maybe that's something, which of course would have been taught in any government class, which maybe you should have paid closer attention to. But anyway. So, moving on. Of course, they're jumping up and down, screaming about they're going to appeal this, that, and the other. But, we'll see how that goes. I'll post an update when that, depending on what happens. But, yeah. Maybe the Cheeto in chief here will actually learn something from this. Like, comment, subscribe. See you next time.